Okay, this is one of my first videos, and I've been kind of hesitant about doing it, but today is such a nice day. I was out here soaking up my daily UV, getting my downloads, and I decided, let me just grab my computer and try to make a video, and this will be first of many, but I want to start talking in context about our people. And when I say our people, the melanated people, the so-called black people, the African American, so-called African American people with the roots here in America. And excuse me that this camera is shaking. I really don't know how to operate it. I'm on my laptop. I want to talk about what's been going on. And if you're black, even if you're not so-called woke or conscious, you got to know that there's a feeling going on, that something spiritual is going on. I mean, you can just kind of feel it in the atmosphere, even if you don't see it. I live right by the ocean. So last night, I mean, it was like a Star Wars movie last night. I literally saw ships flying across here, the back here by the water. I saw, excuse me, I had gum in my mouth. I saw ships flying across with beams of light coming into the ocean, big, huge motherships. And I didn't even record it. I should have recorded it because I could have shared it with you guys, but I don't know how to edit and all that. I'll look into that later. But I said, record it for what? I'm sure I'm not the only person that sees this. And people post things on YouTube all the time about anomalies and, did I say that right? Things that are being caught in the sky and nobody seems to care. But us as the melanated people, I just say black people, we've been taught that astrology is demonic. Stones and crystals are for Wiccans. And I mean, everything that they told us is basically inverted. You know, you have your church. Everybody got a Mother Gibson at church, right? When you were young, going to church. And so Mother Gibson and them, they'll look at you funny if you didn't eat meat, or, she's strange, she's weird. Or, if you, were crystals, that's demonic and they want to cast the devil out of you and things like that. But you're going to tell me that you'll go to church every first Sunday and pretend to eat the flesh of a person and drink the blood of Christ? I mean, you can't get no more demonic than that. But I think that's all part of living in the matrix. As slaves, and I'm talking about the recent slavery, like in the 1700s and things like that, we didn't have anything to hold on to but that Bible. So I guess it was kind of like out of desperation, but we see that slavery happened. Jesus didn't save you. Other horrible things happen to our people. Jesus didn't save you. So at that point, we have to start thinking out of the box. How can we believe anything that these people have given us or told us? Because everything that they've given and told us has been proven as an actual fact. But as a black people, we refuse to let go of the Bible. We just refuse to look outside because they have scared us in such a manner. You blaspheme, and that's the unforgivable sin, and the secret things belong to God when they don't have an answer for it. So I started waking up I want to say about 5 years ago. I was raised in Christianity in the Sunshine Band and going to YPWW, Young People with the Word on Wednesdays. And I just always knew something was wrong, that this Jesus scenario and the way that it was presented, just didn't fit to me. I remember when I was a kid and we were reading some scripture at Bible study, and they were talking about the street was paved with gold in heaven. And I was thinking, if you die and you're a spirit, why on earth would you have a street and go? Would you be driving a car? I don't get it. So those things, these are just, there are a lot of things in the Bible that just don't add up, even if you just look at it with your natural eye. Which why I can understand why we have a lot of people that are atheists, because when you read it in its totality, just as a natural person, it makes no sense. But I've grown spiritually enough to know that there are things hidden in there, things that have been changed. But it's not about religion. It's about, especially Black people. We spaceships, that's crazy. Aliens, we never want to look outside the box. And it's not our fault because it's kind of been drilled into us. So, it's just something that came along with us and we just kind of ran with it. Living in the hood, who's talking about flying saucers and all that? It wasn't until I got married and I stopped working and I was able to, my brain to be quiet, and I was able to receive information, because that's the part of the matrix, keeping you busy. You got to pay your cell phone bill. You got to pay your car note. Your kids need some shoes. When you have all these physical things going on, who has time to stop and really sit down to see that all these things are part of the matrix? And before you know it, you're dead. And all you did was work, pay bills, maybe take a vacation. You cannot believe, you can't tell me as a spiritual being, whether you're Christian, whatever that is that you believe in, it's no way you can convince me that your divine soul came down here to work at, for instance, I'm not going to say McDonald's. Maybe you have a what you call a good job, to work at a company Monday through Friday, pay taxes for a house you're never going to own, get in debt, pay your bills, take a vacation. Your soul didn't come here for that. Your soul came to express its natural ability. Whether maybe you're an artist, a natural artist. Maybe you came here to paint beautiful pictures and, share them with the people in your community. And this is one thing that got me thinking, because as a Black woman, I was successful when I was working. I had a really good job. I had the car. I had the house. And it wasn't enough for me, because then I started thinking the spiritual aspect is missing. Something's wrong. There's just so much wrong with this world inverted, where we think that eating another breathing entity or being, for us to eat it, is okay. I mean, where did that come from? Have we ever sat back and thought about where did something like that come from? Where in just being Black in general, we're different. We stand out. We're peculiar people. Everybody's worried about us. Everybody's eye is on us. No matter where, and I'm one that travels a lot. No matter where you go, they're looking at you. Granted, I'm Black and I'm 6'1", but there's always that stigma. You could say stigma attached to being Black, but I've grown enough spiritually to know that it's royalness, it's peculiarness, it's greatness that they see in us that affect their ability to accept it. And then we're also talking about a race of people. Well, I hate to even say people, because how do you define people? But we're talking about, we'll use people for lack of a better term, that don't even have the ability to think clearly. We're talking about a race of people that enslaved people, and everywhere that they went, they robbed, killed, pillaged, and destroyed. So how can you expect people like this, or with this type of DNA, or with this type of mindset, to ever accept you or treat you as one of their own? Those kind of things is what I want to address on my channel. And also, I also want to start talking about, I have to learn how to stop that too. I want to start talking about our connection with the universe, our connection with the cosmos. We're the only race of people that have a direct connection with the cosmos, which is our melanin. There's no other race of people here that have a direct connection with the infinite universe. It's been beaten in our mind. Our nose is big, our lips are big, but what do you steadily see them doing? Lip injections, skin tanning, steadily trying to be us while they putting us down. It's just so much that as a people we need to step up our game, because it's no time for baby steps. This shit is happening. It's happening now, and we got to hit the ground running, because if not, we're gonna miss the shift. So I have to think about what type of videos I'm gonna make, but this is just an introductory video. Hopefully my other videos will get better, because I have a lot to say. I just need to figure out how to get my thoughts together and how to edit and get this camera going. But I got a great love for my people that I need to share. And I have just knowledge that I've been getting from my downloads that I really need to get out. So I'm going to enjoy some of this sun. And hopefully you guys get on to my channel and subscribe, and I'll get some more stuff going. Have a good day. Peace, love, and blessings to all my family.